life changing trip. So I couldn't do it over the last month just because I was too lazy. You know, I don't know if lazy was the right reason. Sorry, three, two. See these bees? Just got back from Hawaii. Aloha, mahalo. Those are the only two words I know. But my 1 month trip at Hawaii just ended. When I say life changing, I mean life changing. Um, it really, I think it set the tone and pace for the type of life that I do want to live. I think I really got to experience and be in a place where, it was. Let me explain why even. Okay, so I haven't done this in a while, so talking to myself feels kind of weird now. I gotta just get into the flow of it. It always starts slow. But let's see where we're gonna start. So going into this trip, I don't even remember where I was anymore. I mean, I was at home for 3 months. I was just thinking about working all the time, just cooking, cooking, and me. I mean, maybe if I watch one of those videos, I'll remember my mindset, but completely disconnected from that, man. Island living different, man. For a month, it's just like I was out of it. I was out of all. I was not online at all. I really only hopped on for work, and my work is just talking to people. So I was completely disconnected from politics, COVID, all this other nonsense that's going on all the time, So it was just me in my own world with some GFT and Deep. That's it. It was just us four tackling our fears, getting better, improving as people. But just mentally, I was in a really, really good place the whole time, the whole month. I was feeling good, even if I didn't feel good. I got through it. I fought through everything mentally. Man, I was sharp this month. I learned so much, and I'm really excited to spend 20, 30 minutes talking about it. So let's start. So week one, I mean, before I even go into my journal, let's just think about off the top. So week one, I ended up flying there with Sanjeev. It was just Sanjeev and I. The flight was crazy. It was just we had to go to Seattle. We stopped there for 5 hours, and then we flew from Seattle all the way to Hawaii, which makes no sense. Boom, boom. So, but yeah, 7 hour flight. It was long from Seattle, and some interesting things I still remember that stick out. Everything's a month ago, so something that stuck out. I remember when we got in Seattle, I had this heavy ass bag, and it was just lugging me down all day, and I was really hangry and annoyed. And Sanjeev is a really stoic dude. I always thought I was a person who was like cool. Other people would be getting angry and stuff. But I remember that day I was like, damn, this man is more stoic than I am. And that was something I was like, okay, I want to embody that. Where I'm cool, calm, and collected at all times. Even when I'm annoyed, it's just the point where I break needs to be much higher. And I felt that day was very low. So I was like, okay, there's definitely some work to be done there. And so that was a good experience, and I'm glad that I was annoyed that day because it really showed me like, okay, you haven't mastered, you know, um, being calm. So that was really good. We showed up. The house looked really run down when we first showed up. We were like, what? But it's so beautiful how any place becomes home, and you have love for it. And I love that place still, man. That home Airbnb traveling is the move. Like, fuck this hotel traveling. Fuck this, like, you don't get to experience. I felt Hawaiian. My neighbors were all residents. They live in Hawaii, and it wasn't like I was only surrounded by like white tourists. It was like I was surrounded by a lot of the locals, and that I don't know. If I felt part of it, I understood how people lived. I mean, it's not like some huge understanding. It's just like even small things where it's like people appreciating the place in small actions, as if like I feel like when we go to Waikiki, it's just a different vibe where people are very like, I'm only here for fun, fuck Hawaii though. Where when you meet people there, it's like they actually like the place. It's not just a party thing. I'm trying to get a comfortable position. So yeah, man. For the rest of my life, I think Airbnb traveling is something I want to do a lot more of. So after those first couple days, Tia came, and it was really dope to have Tia there. At first, I would say, one thing I'm noticing a lot, and I learned a lot from Tia, is I feel like there are a lot of people who are very like closed off, just emotionally. And I think even when I was traveling, I remember on the car ride there, Sanjeev was hella quiet, and I was just like, fuck, like, how's this trip gonna go out? Like, uh, I feel like I like talking a lot. Like when Mirage or some specific other people, it's like constant talking, yap, yap, yeah, yaga, 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 yaga. The whole time is just talking, But I was trying to really understand, like, okay, how do when people don't reciprocate that, when they don't want to talk all the time, when they don't want to, connect with you on that level, are you okay with that? And through this 1 month, I will tell you I'm good with that. I don't give a fuck anymore if someone talks to me or not. I'm just like, dude, we're silent. I love silence. Like, I don't know. I can't. So this is why I really like doing it day by day, because the changes are smaller, so you can actually. It's just this month, like, just dude, how am I supposed to sum it all up, man? Like, there's too much happened. Like, what can I say? Like, I love who I am right now. Like, this day, 1/7/2021, like, I'm in love with me. I am kind. I love the people around me. I'm focused. I'm happy. Like, I'm at peace with who I am, and I have not felt like this in forever. Yeah, I mean, I've been working. I'm getting there. But now I feel like I'm somewhere. Like, I feel like I broke something, where before I was like in this super existential place. Like, I feel like I've come out on the other side of that in this month, where, through the drudgery of existentialism comes that freedom at the end. Man, I don't even want to explain everything, man. I went scuba diving, skydiving, snorkeling, mopeding, cliff diving. Like, I did so much shit that was so out of my comfort zone. Like, I went and talked to strangers. Like, every single day I was going out of my comfort zone. I sang so much. Like, man, I was singing almost every other day, every day. Like, I was just doing things that scared me, that kept me present. I was reading. I was being kind. I was working on myself. I was working on helping others. Like, my work was clicking. I loved working with all my students. Like, everything was just clicking, man. Like, I was in the zone. Like, what more is there to life than that? There was nothing else. I mean, who gives a fuck? Like, be a billionaire, gajillionaire, $1 homeless. Like, this month was like what I just. This is what life is. There's no questions. There's no boom. What happened this month is what living is. Enough said. Where it was like I was getting my shit done, but I was watching every sunset. I was being with my friends. I was happy. I wasn't drinking or smoking too much. Like, I was appreciating strangers. I was in the fucking Hawaii spirit, baby. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it wasn't like I was looking for how to improve my life all the time. I was just improving it while being present. It was a very passive thing that was going and not very active. And that's a move, man. Like, why spend so much time trying to think of how we can, now think about where my mindset was a month ago. Like, I was in such confusion. I was just confused. I was like, what is the point of life? This and that. There is no point, man. Fuck all this bullshit. It don't fucking matter. Like, this month, man, nothing beats it. Nothing. Like, I learned none of the other bullshit matters. Keep your room clean. Fucking get your bed together. If you can do those things, none of the other stuff matters. Who cares? Whether you're 5 billionaire, make sure your room is clean, fold your clothes, and make sure you fold your bed every day. Like, that's all that matters, man. All the other stuff is like talk. If you can't do those basic things, it don't matter how successful or rich. Who gives a fuck? You can't fucking clean up your own bed. Like, okay, So instead of looking so far, what is life? What is this? Fucking start with these 3 things. Every morning, fucking pack your fucking bed up, fold your clothes, and put them in the right spot. And keep your room clean. Boom. Just do those 3 things, and all the wisdom will come to you, man. Fuck that shit. Those 3 are things you can do. So focus on those. Like, I'm happy after a long time, and my happiness is not in something I accomplished, but it's in my mindset and my ability to connect with people. I think I connected with not just in Jutia Deep with strangers, and just I felt connected, man, to the earth, to people, to myself. Like, it was just good. I don't even want to break down every aspect of the trip because it's just like it was life changing, and so I don't know what to really say. So what I can talk about though is like how I'm gonna use this to go forward. Because it's easy to say anything is life changing because it can and can't be. What does that really even mean, life changing? Every day, if that day didn't happen and I did something else with my life, I've done differently. Yes. So in a weird way, every single second is technically life changing, actually. So the word life changing actually means nothing, but let's say at every moment I have like the best version of myself, okay, and I have that vision of who I want that to be in a month. I think in this trip I came to as close as possible. I came very close to that person I probably had 1 month ago who I wanted to be, you know, and it was good, man. Like it's that feeling in my heart is just good, man. I'm happy, man. Like I'm happy with myself, like who I am fundamentally as a person, man. Like I'm ugly, fuck it. Like, I'm so happy with who I am as a person, what I'm capable of doing, what I can bring to the table. That like this is just on the outside, man. I clean this shit up, I'll look good. Like fuck that. Like that's nothing. That takes 5 seconds of work. Looking good takes 10. It's instantaneous. You can look good. But changing on what's in here, that takes years, man. That doesn't take a day. You cannot just change that in a day. This you can change in a second. Boom, trim this, cut this nicely, hit the gym. Like I mean, in the gym, of course, that'll take a while. Changing your body will take a while, but it's something that's doable. Changing this is much more difficult. So the masturbation thing, still not conquested. Have not conquered that. So that is next on the docket. That's a lifelong process, man. It's not something that's going to be one day. But mentally, I'm disconnected from where I was a month ago in terms of what I was doing with porn, and whatever I was watching. Like mentally, I'm in a good place with women now, which is very good for me. I had a friend for a month that was a woman. You know how much that helps? That helps infinitely. Like I was homies with the chick for a month. Like it was so much easier to just kick it with a woman. Like I don't know, Tia's dope. I like Tia. Tia's cool. Like the thing is, you can't like everything about everyone, not just Tia. Every human being. Like you expect them to be you. Like that's not possible. Like I'm gonna have to learn how to like be okay with people not having everything I want in them, and still be their friend. Because that's how you disconnect from everyone. I mean, be a mile and beast and you be everyone. Like you find one thing that one time that bothers you, and you're like, ah, fuck this person. You can't do that. Just because like nobody will be that except you. Like you have such a high standard for yourself. Like is it like in your head, everyone thinks that they fulfill those standards. I'm such a great person. Blah blah blah. Like, but it's like one, I don't. I definitely have my flaws as well. Of course, like I have to actually understand that I also am flawed. I'm not perfect, but really understand that. Like fuck, you're right. But more than that is like you have to find like what you like about that person. You focus on what you like. What I do like listening to. There's a lot of things I like listening to. There's that one day that really threw me off, but apart from that, like honestly, it was really good. So you just have to know your personnel. That was another thing I learned. Who are you talking to? What things should you be talking to this person about? Not everyone needs to be told everything. Not everyone can be talked to about everything, and that's okay. Not one person can do everything. I mean, how? So know your personnel, man. Since brings a lot to the table, a lot of really good traits to the table, man. There's one that I didn't like, but that's okay. He brings a lot more good to the table. Man, I'm gonna keep in touch with that dude, man. He's a good guy. Um, that's a nice thing I can say, like genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Like, I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. Beautiful month. I hit the gym a little bit. I'm fucking still squatting as a bitch, but fuck it. But it's a lifelong process, man. Mm, sharpen this. That's all. So you can. That's what controls everything. The way you view the world, the way you go through it, everything right here. So work on this, everything else will come through. Keep telling yourself that, oh man, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. So we'll be doing this a lot more. But as of right now, man, let's see Santa Barbara in a couple days. So that's gonna be lit. But we are in a good place right now, so I'm excited to see where life takes me. So see you next time.